Hey everybody, this is John the Toxic Man. I just want to give you a quick opinion on the term toxic masculinity. Um, just going to make it very clear that I think that is it's a hoax. It's a lie. There's nothing toxic about masculinity. The only thing that is toxic is the lack of masculinity. We need more men in society. And by men, I just don't mean males. I don't mean beta males. I mean men. Men that are alphas, men that are competitive, men that have aggression, albeit controlled aggression, men that lead their families, men that provide. All the traditional things of what we think about with masculinity. The left does not like traditional men. They want this, they call it the new masculinity, which is feminized, very soft men who don't stand up for what's right, who sit back. The problem with that is when you have a society full of men who are weak little betas, that society is going to crumble. It's going to collapse and chaos is going to ensue because no matter how soft you make the men, there's always going to be evil people out there that want to destroy men, or excuse me, destroy what is good and left. It's going to hunt and prey on women, hunt and prey on children, because that's what evil does. And if there's not a man to stand in the middle and block that evil, to be a wall, a fortress against that good and evil, against the weak and the predator, then our society is going to collapse. It's going to crumble, and it's going to be essentially the inmates running the asylum. So we can't have that. It's detrimental to this country. It's detrimental to your community. You have to have more masculine men. You can't have a society of little beta boys running around and expect everything to be okay. Simply because evil does not care about how you feel about masculinity. Evil doesn't care if you think beta males are more important to the community. Evil just knows what it wants and it's come to take it. It's come to seek and destroy, to steal, to pillage, to do whatever it wants. There is no excuse for having a society of beta males because there is no need for a society of beta males. Simply put, we are in America. We are in a country where I'm trying to think how to put it, where manly men have set a good foundation, where manly men lead their families. And that's where it starts. It starts in the home. It starts where men get up every morning, they get ready for work, and they go provide for their families. They come back and they provide to them what they need to live a comfortable life. So to say masculinity is bad, to say it's toxic, if toxic is being all those things I mentioned at the beginning of this video, being strong, full of controlled aggression, a leader, a provider, all those things, then I'm toxic. I'm toxic to the left's agenda. The question is, guys, are you going to be toxic to the left's agenda? Or are you going to roll over and let them try to overtake our society and turn it into something that we don't need to be, something that we weren't intended to be? Our country is built for freedom and for liberty. And when men start to roll over and become betas, we lose those freedoms and those liberties. Men stand up to the tyrants who want to chip away at our Second Amendment rights, like what's happening in Virginia. Men stand up to those who want to crumble our traditional families. So just remember, we need more masculinity in this country. We need more manly men in this country. We don't need less. When we see less, we see chaos. For instance, you see these to essentially, boys, adolescents, into their teenage years that don't have a masculine influence, their dad, even some sort of football coach, maybe basketball coach, baseball coach. I've coached football and I've heard these boys talk about how they wish their dads would come to their games. It's really sad. One kid will say, "My dad's coming to my game," and there's like three or four others that are, saying, "I wish my dad would come to my game." That's pitiful. That's sad. Those boys want their dads there, yet their dads don't care. And that is going to cause issues later on. I can see it in the behavioral problems already when I coach these kids and what they say. We need more masculine men in this country. America needs more men that step up and take care of their responsibilities. If they help create a kid, they need to be around for that kid. I'm not necessarily saying go and get married to that girl or whatever. I mean, I know all people aren't meant to get married. But you better freaking take care of that kid. Not more than just a check either. You need to go out here and spend time with that kid. Take him places. Do things with him. Take him rock climbing. Take him camping. Take him hiking. Get him in a sport. When you get him in a sport, go practice that sport with him. He craves your time. He needs your time. And for you not to give it to him, you're doing a disservice to a child that you helped create. So we need more men in society that lead and take care of their responsibilities. Otherwise, we're going to have chaos and turmoil, and we don't need that. We need strong men, more masculinity. Take care.